Alright guys, hold up. I know, this is crazy. I'm in a different location. I know. I'm on the lam, alright? I discovered something about AI. They're tracking me down. I don't know how much longer I have left. I stole this RV. We're in the middle of nowhere. Don't question it right now. I'm here to teach you guys a little bit about AI and how we can use it in our 3D softwares. Today we're going to be talking about Midjourney. Actually, a little bit more than just Midjourney. We're talking about AI programs in general and how they can change the way we do 3D. Not a lot of people have been talking about this, and I know that for a fact because there are a few. It's just not widely known. Now, I've been doing some tests on my own on Instagram, so if you follow me on Instagram, you probably know about it, and that is why I'm out here, because they followed me. Let's talk about Midjourney for a second. Midjourney allows you to type in a specific prompt into Discord. It's a Discord bot, and when you type in this prompt, it gives you an image based on what it thinks you mean. So it is incredibly powerful, and it actually gives you crazy accurate images, and it's like, what? How does it do this? I don't know anything about AI. I don't understand how it works or anything like that. I just understand the tool that the power that it gives you. That's about it. Now, here's the thing. I talked about this being helpful for CG, and what most of these artists around here are talking about and know the most about happens to be with concept art, environment stuff, references, things like that. And that's kind of what has been the majority of what people use. But I had some theories in mind that I was like, let's be real. It's an image creating software. What else do you use images for in the 3D workflow? One of them, you know what? I'll give you a second. All right, time's up. I'm gonna let you know. Basically, first, there's materials. I don't know if a lot of people have thought about this. The prompts are so specific in Midjourney, or just a lot of AI programs in general, that you can quite easily create textures and materials using this program. Here's a test that I created using Midjourney as my textures and stuff. All I typed in was like wood, seamless wood textures, seamless whatever textures, cloth, marble. It gives you very accurate like depictions of it. There has been some downsides to this that I noticed, is that they're not completely seamless. An easy workaround I've found for this is using a free add-on called Anti-Seam. I will have the link for that in the description of this video. You know, that erases some of the seams for it, and it does it automatically. It's free. I recommend it because a lot of textures aren't seamless. It works really well, and it gives you super high detailed stuff and things you've never seen before. I mean, this tool in general just gives you the ability to be creative and unique and do things that I don't think a whole lot of people have saw before. For instance, you want a wood texture, but you want it to be a little bit more specific, or a little bit more to your liking. Like, let's say you want like a wood texture with lava creaking like in it, or bioluminescence creaked along the thing, or for instance, something I did was a wood texture with eyes. Like, you can be very creative in terms of how you get these textures, and it will normally give you something. Like, just that in general has been really nice, because now you can get very specific about what kind of textures you want to find. They're always free to a degree. You do have to read Midjourney's copyright uses and stuff like that, because you don't want to use something that's gonna get you all messed up. That's all I'm saying. Now, for the most part, the keywords you're going to look for when typing in these prompts are seamless and texture, or tileable texture. These are kind of what I've typed in. It always works. The only one I've had issues with were rocks. It wouldn't give you like just like a one singular rock texture, like the front face of a rock. It gave you multiple rocks. You can probably see some here. I don't know what the scientific name of a rock's texture is, because maybe if I type that in, it'll actually be more specific and give me just a singular rock instead of multiple, as if I'm looking at like a cliff face. But you could also use it for that, like cliff facing rocks, because I made a couple of good ones over here that I think work really well for cliffs and rocks like that. Now, the only other things you would have to do here is convert these textures into PBR materials. So getting normal maps, which is easy enough. There's the free online normal map generator, link in description obviously, that will take your image and spit out a normal map, and you can adjust settings to make it very specific to how you want it. And that's easy. And then specular, roughness, and metallic, that's also really easy because you can honestly just drop them into Blender and run it through a color ramp, and that's probably the simplest way to go about it. I know there are more detailed ways on getting roughness, specular, and metallic maps, but for sake of simplicity, I usually like to just throw them in with the color ramp. I haven't really delved too much into creating my own textures before until now, and honestly, it's been the best thing because Midjourney allows you to change styles. Like, you can say with an anime style or with Van Gogh style, in the style of the Mona Lisa, like a Greek style. Like, you can type in literally anything you want, and it will spit out an image with that style. And you can even have like different types of style, like impressionism or brush strokes, watercolor, things like that, and you can get really specific with your style. It won't necessarily come out realistic, but who knows? Eventually, people will just get so unique in terms of what they get here that I think it's just really important. There is a downside. This comes with the threat that one day when it gets really good, it can steal the jobs away from texture artists. That's a scary thought. We don't really want all of our texture artists to be jobless, but obviously there are uses. This thing isn't always as accurate as you would want it to be, or the exact idea you had in your head, and then that's when like the personal touch comes in. This is really good, for instance, for independent artists like myself who have to work on animations from start to finish. I'm doing jobs that normally thousands of people do, and I know a lot of you do that. It's easy for us. We don't have to spend time finding textures. We just type in the texture we want, like a lava bed. Like, you can find that, and it spends little to no time making it. All right, now I have another idea. Extra details, stickers, posters, things in the background like menus and little objects and props that you normally would have to have someone design, or you have to find an actual image of something else, which then there's copyright issues there, and you put them on the thing. And for instance, in this video over here, there's the bar sign, and then there's two menus flapping around doing some cloth sim. Both of those images were created using Midjourney. Midjourney's text has actually been a bit more accurate lately, or you could have it be completely illiterate like the menu here. It's not saying actually anything, but if you need a close-up detail, you might want to make it yourself. But for my cases, usually I have stickers or random objects that are just happen to be there, like on the side of a building. Let me grab something in real life. Like, let's say I'm using this audio recorder, right? I mean the audio interface. What if I wanted stickers all around that, the logo for the actual brand of it, all of these little details that talk about things? You don't have to make that from scratch anymore, and it's just an extra detail that like no one's looking at, unless you're a pixel peeper like most of you Disney crackheads are. It's not like a thing that you need to necessarily think of, and I'm pretty sure you can just get it all done all at once and you don't have to think about it anymore, man. It's that simple. And I think that's one of the biggest case scenarios. That one works the best in my opinion. Midjourney excels at that, at creating little instruction menus. I have this generator that I made, all the warning stickers, all the logo of the company that makes the generators. There's like an instruction manual on the back that was fake as well. It is not even words, it's just hieroglyphs. And then there's like even some glowing assets, like a little dial that shows like air pressure or electricity amount in there. It honestly saves you guys so much time. I don't know how to say this enough, but it is one of the best things that I've seen right now. Now, there's another thing that I noticed a while ago too. You could reference as one big thing. Midjourney's been really good at creating these really nice landscapes and being really specific about that. And I realized, I was like, well, what if we just make like a landscape and use it as backdrop, like a matte painting. You probably see this a lot in Arcane. If you guys know how Arcane was made, you would know that a lot of the backgrounds are actually 2D matte paintings that someone actually hand drew. This is another thing you can do. I did it for this scene. I did it for this scene. It's insanely detailed. You need to keep going. You need to figure this stuff out. Midjourney's not free. I know this. One of the biggest things, there's a free software called Diffusion. It runs off of Google, like the scripting thing on Google. You can use that. It's a little bit more complicated to use, but you can be a little bit more specific. You can even import an image for it to reference, and then it will generate some art above it. That's how they create those like trippy AI videos where it continuously zooms in. There's a lot of crazy things you can do right now, and it's only gonna get crazier. I don't know when they're gonna find me, man. I've been here for just like days. Ever since I posted about it, they've been on my ass, bro. I was supposed to keep it a secret. Apparently they didn't want me to keep it a secret. Shit. Alright, now let's talk about the future of AI. You might have read the title. I think I wrote something like, this AI can create CG or something similar to those lines. Here's the thing, it can help right now create your CGI projects, but it can't create CGI yet. And this is something that I'm thinking the future CGI is already getting to, where eventually we might get to the point where you can type in a prompt of like, let's say an abstract rock, and it will give you a 3D model of a rock. And the reason why I think it's already going to places like that is we already have things like Facebook's AI software where it inserts an image of a person and will completely recreate the whole backside and give you a 3D model of it. And this is open source. You guys can use this right now if you want to. I'm thinking that we'll even get to a point where you don't even need to input anything. You can just have it spit out certain objects, a whole environment, things like that. And once that starts coming around, I know that it's going to be scary. The use for modelers is going to be almost none unless we need people to fix them up. And then once it gets so good that you don't even need people to fix them up, that's even scarier. Because then it's like, well, then we only need to do animation, right? Like, that's all we have. People need to focus on stories more. And I think that's a plus. Because instead of focusing so much on how the visuals are going to look, because it's all taken care of by a fucking AI software, you have so much time to actually focus on the story and the issues that go along with that. And it's crazy. I'm excited for the future. I know this video might be kind of short, kind of long. I don't know. I had to record this quick. I'm not going to lie. I'm still running, son. Anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. I'm going to be posting an animation, I believe, next week. This is coming out Monday. Yeah, next week, next Monday, maybe Friday. No, we'll aim for Friday. So today's Monday for you guys. On the Friday coming up, I will be posting my new animation that has to do with Neon Genesis Evangelion. It's a whole recreation thing of the end of Evangelion. That whole like end sequence thing. Not all of it. It's a slight music video thing. It's pretty short, but there's some cool stuff in it. I had to learn a lot. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. Peace. I'm gonna go. Oh. Guys. All right, I had to run away. I don't know where I am right now. I have to tell you guys something really important. If you guys made it through to the end of this video, thank you so much. There's going to be a little like contest, not really a contest. I want you guys to comment something on this video, and I will be picking a random commenter to actually get access to Midjourney. I have an extra invite link, so I will actually be able to send it to a lucky one of you. Just comment when I pick a winner. I'll be picking a winner in about a month, and essentially all you have to do is comment. I'll reply, let you know you won. You have to just send me your Instagram, and I'll DM you the link. All right, that's it. Instagram, DM me, Discord, give me whatever, because it runs through Discord, all that, whatever. I gotta go. I think they still found me. I think they found me. All right, guys, I gotta go. Peace.